ISIS.
We're already having a debate about it. I don't even know if y'all want to be in this debate, but we're already balanced, so we'll go with it. If you say retard, it's retard. So when you record something, it's record. It's not record. Because that would be retarded.
Record.
No, dude. That's wrong. You know a lot about words. Which way is it when you say record? Is it record or record? He's already stumped. This is awesome. You know what that means?
I don't know how I say it now.
Retarded.
You're going to make me think about it. Sometimes
And then you're going to think about it all the time. I got the same problem with vegan,
I think
dude.
I think I say like ruh. Like I say we went and recorded. Well, I guess it's recorded.
Record
I don't
the
say
recording.
record.
Yeah.
Record the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's re.
Well, yeah. See, yeah.
No,
Record the recording. Yeah.
It's like if somebody says idea here and they throw an R at the end. You know what I mean?
It's not about the noise.
It's wrong.
It's not about the noise. It's about the cadence. Record is different than record.
Yeah.
Record.
If you know what
record.
Yeah.
Different things. It's cadence.
Look, dude, but I like those hard fucking words. When you say it like that, it gets more attention and people pay attention.
That shit.
Especially
when you mumble through a word, they don't know what you're talking about. But it's the same way with vegan. I don't say vegan, I say vegan because it's like
Vegan.
it's
Did you
more
say
like
that?
a religion, like a pagan. So I call them vegans.
The first
makes
time I
sense
ever
in my
heard
head.
the word vegan, it was vegan.
Yeah, it's vegan, dude. It's not vegan.
And then I found out it was wrong.
Is it?
It's wrong.
I don't know.
It's
Might be
vegan.
retarded. Might be, dude.
might
I should take a test. Hey, check it out. I've been doing this
you
lately.
fail.
I've been looking in the mirror and then I go like this. I should take a test, right? I'm not far off. I'm not far. Did you see it?
You make that face. You don't need to take a test.
I know, right? Check it out. Look. I think I'm like a 0.1% from down. Check it out. You didn't make much, dude. You just rotate your palm backwards a little bit and frown and kind of like tilt down. You're there every time. Are there scholarships in that? Can I get a government check?
You might be able to.
Probably.
Might take a test.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Could you fail that test on purpose? What are the questions on this test? It's all because you got Google in front of you. I've been going hard with this idea, dude. I'm pretty sure we already talked about it on here, but I want to run it by you. So here's the idea, right? You get like 10 Down syndrome dudes, girls, whatever. It could be a mixed lot. Teach them how to tattoo. Open a studio. Hit up TLC for a show. Everybody's in, right? You're making money hand over fist.
But wait. With co-ed like that, how do they do? Is it gonna be?
It'll be fun, dude. It'll be like Love on the Spectrum, just a different little twist to it.
But that's what I'm saying. Are they like little
Right.
little little fucking gremlins when it comes
Tat-
to that kind of
tat-
shit? Or are
tat
they
on
like,
the-
I don't know, dude.
Tat on the spectrum?
Yeah. Some shit like that.
yeah, call it
But yeah, I've already ran so many scenarios in my head. Like a soccer mom comes in, she's got these 80
I'm
things
down.
she
Let's
wants
do
in a
it.
tattoo.
Let's do it.
Right?
I'm down.
I think it would be awesome. Yeah, they would love their job. Like,
Immediately.
What do they want to do, dude? Do they want to eat chips and hang out with the bros and fucking watch wrestling all day while they do some occasional tats?
I
or do they
mean-
want to bag groceries at fucking Kroger forever?
I mean, I know we're being funny, but on the for real tip, we're both Masons. We could fucking have the lodges donate tons of money to
Dude,
it
this
as well.
is. I'm not kidding, really, when I'm talking about it. Like, yeah, dude, just find some of the artsy ones.
You can do
You
it
know,
for Down
fucking-
syndrome. You can do it for Asperger's.
Oh, you could have all
could-
kinds of different shops, right? Holy shit, we can make our own
I
colored
mean, I'm
flag,
sure there's
dude.
already a bunch of tattooers that are.
Asperger's one would be highly detailed.
I think there's already tattooers.
would.
Wait, that's where this conversation ends each time when I bring it up. Almost everyone I know that's tattooing, retarded. We're already there. We just don't realize it. Maybe we should all go take a test.
We definitely got problems.
Yeah, definitely got problems. But yeah, I played out the scenario. So like a soccer mom comes in, and she's got this whole list of stuff she wants. She's having a consult with like Jimmy, right? And Jimmy's just like fucking munching chips.
Which Jimmy?
The one that's working the front. He's
Oh,
also
okay.
like the lead
Okay.
tattooer. He's up in rotation.
I was like,
maybe
I was
she
like,
even
are you
sought
talking
him
about?
out. Like he does this thing in the Special Olympics. She really does. She relates to it. That's the guy, right? So then Jimmy's having this consult, and she's just hitting him with all these details. Like, I need 4 of my relatives' names and dates in these rose petal leaves or whatever. And he's all, yeah, and just munching chips. And then sits down to do the tattoo, and you go, Tonka truck. Just fucking gets to town, dude. It'd be so tight, right?
I feel like you're just telling us about Thursday.
Basically.
Normal day.
Basically,
this
yes.
is just Thursday for you.
Yeah, this is just
Tonka
Thursday for me.
trucks.
Tonka trucks.
Tonka trucks.
That's what you do to your clients, huh?
Dirt.
What, Tonka trucks?
No, you just like
Absolutely, dude. Tonka trucks every time.
Mud.
Nice.
Like
Tonka trucks every time.
Tourette's kind of thing while you're tattooing.
Yeah. Tonka. Yeah. Yeah. You know what'd be cool?
Buffalo.
Skid marks.
Skin marks.
Yeah. But that's all I got is just a shop like that. I think it'd be, yeah, like for real, it'd be fucking awesome, I think.
That would be crazy.
Uh-huh. I mean, they got them in coffee shops now and
That's,
stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's it will work.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're onto something. Dun, dun, dun. Now we got to go round them up. Where do they hang out?
At tattoo shops.
Can we steal them from the Kroger?
hang
They
out at
do kind
tattoo
of hang
shops.
out at tattoo shops. But yeah, we might be able to steal them from Kroger. I see them there. There's one with superpowers over out by us, dude. He works at cashier register.
I don't think you should steal them from anywhere. That's a different animal.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. They're working there, but now they're working here.
Yeah. I mean,
Movie theaters? I don't know.
Right? I mean, there is that event every year. We could go there and scout them out, see who the fast ones are.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Dairy Queen, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's, dude. They're usually at Buc-ee's
Church's
cleaning
Chicken.
bathrooms.
Church's
dude, you're
Chicken.
missing the fucking blatantly obvious one.
Which one?
Anytime the WWE comes to town.
Oh, shit, dude. Go to the WrestleManias.
And possibly Monster Jam, which is happening now.
Yeah. That's
Speaking
probably
of
a good
Dairy
spot.
Queen, we had when I was playing in Los Garnales, we had a guy in the band. He's still out there in the world tearing it up. He's an accordion player, Robert Rodriguez. He was young. I think he joined the band at 20.
The dude that makes the movies?
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
We would take him through Dairy Queen just to hear him do his order.
Go for it, dude. Do his order.
Can I get a Sneakers Blizzard and a Cone Deep?
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
Awesome.
I like taking people through drive-thrus and doing that same thing, but it's me doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to the window and just don't say anything the whole time. And they're like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to go hard on like female Asian.
Dude, every time I go through a drive-through window.
I'm not great at it.
Every time I go through a drive-through window, no matter what I sound like, when I pull up, they're always like,
You got that voice. You're already a character
like,
just with your voice, and then they see you.
Who the fuck is this dude?
Yo, I'm in my time machine. I'm a traveler.
Yeah.
I'm a traveler for another
I
time.
don't know what to think, dude. You should, yeah. Not trying to bring up things that have been going on in my life, but I've been at the hospital recently, and man, at the hospital, it's an adventure, dude. All the people think I'm a fucking alien in there.
You know, it really can be, but it's also one of those. It's like an environment where nothing, like other than like somebody came in with a gunshot wound, all of a sudden, you know, there's something happening.
Well,
but other than that, it's like crickets.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not in that. I'm not in that side. No, I'm just talking about me walking around.
That's what I mean.
Interacting
You're like
with
the
people.
circus in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck is happening?
All the nurses are like, "Hey, what's going on? Oh, I like your style, boy." I was like,
I like your glasses.
Yeah.
So it's full of Filipino nurses?
Uh huh.
That's wild, dude.
Yep.
There's a hospital around here?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Bentob?
Yep.
No shit. I believe you 100% too.
Straight up.
They are, right?
I think it's all Filipino.
It is, isn't it?
I think it's a Filipino hospital.
That's one of the new
No,
things.
I'm totally joking. It's not.
Oh. I was about to go. That's one of the new little like side hacks on your
Did I
fucking
tell you
business.
that there are like Filipino Masonic lodges in Houston though? That's a real thing.
No.
Yep. It's
No.
cool.
I haven't heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have accents?
Some of them, yeah.
Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to like
It's
go
awesome.
check this
Yeah,
out.
you should.
Because I have my own version in
you
my
know what?
head
I never got
of what's
to-
going on inside there, but now it's got a wild accent.
I never got to talk to you about this.
Shit.
Yeah, it's tight, dude. Yeah, especially seeing him in like Scottish outfits. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, is it like Scottish outfits, but they still got like fucking farm sandals on?
I don't remember looking at their feet, but
Did you call it farm
I mean,
sandal?
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just picturing straight up ropes tied around their feet, dude. And I know this isn't probably first generation immigrants that are all up in here, but that's just where my head went. It's just where it went, dude.
I mean, they could if they wanted to.
Actually, I think there's quite a few first generation.
Yeah, yeah.
they got the sandals, dude. Now I'm picturing them. They got fucking the farm hats, too.
No.
No?
No.
Hats at the door. Leave your hats
Well,
at the
they
door.
have a different kind of hat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, a different kind of hat? Is there a specific Filipino hat or is it Mason hat? Which
Mason.
way? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Masonic hats.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's no variation with them. They're all pretty standard. They don't have a Filipino version.
It's different. It's just different colors.
Yeah. Might have a different odor.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit. Now I'm trying to picture a Filipino odor and I ain't got one.
Jollibees.
Jollibees? What
Been
is
there?
that?
Have you been
Dude,
to
have you not
Jollibees?
been to Jollibee?
Jollibees is your shit.
No.
What
It's
the
a
fuck?
Filipino fast food restaurant.
It's Filipino
And
fried chicken.
I think they have one location
Huh.
here.
It's badass.
They got other stuff too.
Jollibees, like B-E-E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's J. What is it?
Oh.
J-O-L-L-I.
Gotta remember that.
Jolly.
B-E-E?
I think so.
Jollibee.
Yeah.
They have a. They
I'm
have this
gonna
like
tag them
they have
all
this
over
like
this video.
mascot, and when you go in, they have a big like life-size statue of him, and you can take your picture next to him and shit. The food's good.
Oh, it's a statue.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah,
was just
it's
about
not-
to
not
go
a
like
person.
they got child
No.
labor in there too.
No.
Like, okay.
They
That
have
makes sense. They
look.
keep that
They have
in
a
the back.
crazy menu. They have fried. What is it? Fried. They have fried
They have
chicken.
fried chicken
Look, all the fried chicken.
And have a gravy
If you
that you
yeah
dip it in.
yeah. If you just order fried chicken, you get a side of gravy to dip it in.
And it tastes like Thanksgiving.
Is it like
It's
a
good.
white
Crazy.
gravy? Is
No,
it
it's brown.
It's brown gravy.
Okay.
It's not
So
yellow?
like a,
No.
okay.
No.
It's like
Okay.
a
It's
turkey
good.
gravy.
It's
type
like
of thing.
brown.
it's pretty fucking American. The
Is
gravy.
it like is it a watery gravy? Is it thick?
No, it's like
It's pretty thick. I mean,
Okay.
you could pour it all over there if you
I don't
want.
like the watery gravy, dude.
no, it's
It's
not
on my
like
shirts.
No, it's
Yeah.
I'm
not.
like, I gotta skip that one, dude.
No.
I'm a messy eater. I can't do it.
You'll be good.
It's
I'll
not
choose
like that.
restaurants
It's
over
not
shit like that.
But they have a bunch of weird shit too. What else do they have? They have like
Hot dogs.
yeah, they have hot
Spaghetti.
dogs. They have spaghetti.
Dude,
What?
you remember
yeah.
Lucky Burger?
Yeah, they have spaghetti. Yeah, they have spaghetti. Dude,
Yeah,
y'all
Lucky
gotta go.
Burger.
Y'all
All
gotta.
of these things are on the
Y'all
same
gotta
menu
go.
board.
Yeah, y'all gotta go.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling
no,
you.
it's
From my
it's worth it.
experience, any Asian restaurant that's serving an American dish is the shit.
You got to get
Look,
the
They're
fried
like
chicken.
the
dipping
first
in
the
the egg
first
roll
time the
fucking
first
grease,
time
dude.
the
It's
first time
amazing.
I went with Scott and this other dude that we know named Jeff, and we got like a box of chicken and shared it, and we bought like one of everything so we could try it out. Y'all should totally do it, because it's like it's not like anything else, dude. Like it's weird.
I mean, I'll go try it.
It's super weird.
What's
But
what
I
it's
need to
called?
know the,
Jelly
uh,
rolls?
Jollibee.
It was years ago that we went though.
Yeah.
There's still, I think, only one location.
It's only
on
one. It's in Bel
North
Air.
Main.
It's like
Okay.
Bel Air, right?
No, it was like North Main, like Maine, not North Main. It was Maine, like close to NRG, like on your way going.
What
that
else do
direction.
they have?
okay.
They have some weird shit, man.
Yeah, they got this dessert. I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, they have like the
Um,
the red bean kind of dessert shit,
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're talking about. I've
Vietnamese
had
do
that.
that more, but this is a little different.
Yeah,
I
it was
can't
like
remember the name
it
of
was
it.
not. It was. I was like, I don't want
They have
that.
iced
Yeah.
coffees.
No.
No,
The fucking fried chicken's
I know,
bomb
right?
though,
yeah, the
dude.
fried chicken's a shit.
Like the fried chicken is good.
The fried chicken out by
There
us.
wasn't much that I could eat because I only eat fish and birds. So they had like I didn't eat
Wait,
the
wait,
hot
wait,
dog.
wait, 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 wait. Okay,
Chicken.
I got two things. First, I need to know the bathroom scenario, like the time frame. What am I working with?
The bathroom. What are you talking about?
If I
Like,
eat this place,
How long is it gonna take you to take a shit after?
how long do I got before I need a
bathroom
toilet?
scenario.
I mean,
Is it a 5-minute
It's
place?
not
I don't
Can
know
I
you.
get back to my house?
I don't know you like that. I don't know your about
Dude, if you've had Lucky Burger, you know you better find a toilet.
Lucky Burger.
I miss Lucky Burger.
Yeah, you had one of. It
Yeah.
used to be on Richmond.
It wasn't that
Yeah.
bad.
Dude, every time I ate that, within 5 minutes, you better be sitting on the toilet. It'll run right through you.
Well, I guess back then, my stomach was different.
Those are good old days.
Yeah.
That's what Montrose was Montrose.
I
But
could-
that's an important thing to me. I need to know.
I could eat like 7 habaneros.
Like, can I go hit a Goodwill after it, or should I find a better bathroom first? You know what I mean?
I mean, never go to Goodwill to take a shit.
Dude, that was my first public shit experience as an adult. Relieved all the pressure. But anyway, so
Your first?
okay, so I got this thing. We got to get back to what you eat, but I got this thing, dude. A phobia of shitting outside in public somewhere. I can only do a shit.
Why
at the
would you
tattoo
shit
shop.
outside in public? Ever?
Good point, dude. Good point. Sometimes you're homeless. Anyway, I got this thing. I can only poop at the shop, at someone else's shop, or at my house.
All right.
If I've known you a long time, I might be able to poop at your
I
place,
know a
but
bunch
probably
of
not.
I know a bunch of dudes like that.
Okay, and it's like so bad. I went on a 3-day river trip, held it the whole time,
I know.
and I finally lost it at a Chick-fil-A. And then when I sat down, I couldn't shit. I couldn't make myself shit. I was
Yeah.
too clogged up.
I know somebody that you know that's like that, but I'm not going to say their name on this podcast. But I'll tell you.
That's all
later.
right, dude. We'll post it down below. Okay, so I was at a Goodwill, and me and my wife had eaten, but we're at like a Goodwill downtown. I live way the fuck out past the Beltway.
Mm-hmm.
Shit hit me, dude, and I'm like, I'm not making it out of this store. today is the fucking day. This is like a year ago maybe, and I go in that bathroom, and it was the most filthiest. Like I've seen horrible gas station bathrooms that were better. Like there was shit on everything. It looked like a homeless person's been camping in there their entire life, and just massive explosive shit. And now I can shit anywhere. I broke myself in at that Goodwill, so now it's like, yeah, I would prefer a nicer bathroom. I can do anywhere.
But
Hey,
now
look,
like
I'll tell you the
now
worst.
like a porta can, you're like, oh, that'll do. Fuck it.
I mean,
Worst
if
one.
that's all
I'm
that's
sure the
there,
older you get, the worse it'll get.
Worst
too.
one for
Yeah,
me.
you can't
Worst
hold
one.
it.
Worst one for me in my entire life. I'll tell you right now. I was on tour. This was horrible, dude.
Always on tour.
Yep, I was on tour, and like you're saying,
you didn't eat McDonald's.
well,
You had
dude,
something else.
think about it. Like, what would you do if you were like, hey, we're about to go to a different city every day for fucking 20 days in a row?
I would try to poop in every one of those cities.
Yeah, but if you're Waylon, you're like, where am I going to shit at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you
So
Yeah.
I wasn't really totally like that, but it's like when you're on the road, it's like sometimes you just don't even think about it, and you're like, fuck, I'm already in the bus, and we're moving, and it's the middle of the night. You know what I mean? So
is
like,
this like a bus or a van?
well, on this particular tour, it was. I was playing organ for Los Carnales and this band called the Agents, and it was like, I think 10 dudes we were on a school bus, but not a full. It wasn't a short bus, and it wasn't a full size bus. It
retard
was like
bus.
a medium school bus, right? It wasn't super big, but
Also
it was
known to
big enough.
Waylon as
It was
the-
big enough for
as
10
a jumbo
dudes.
bus.
Anyway, long story short, it had been a minute, and we were in New York, and we played this place called the Bulgarian Culture Center, I think is what it was called, and it was a really weird bar. There was it was like a super European bar. They had a like you know how all the bars, it's like if you look at the bar, they have the liquor bottles that go up, and sometimes they have the backlight on the liquor bottles, and they have like a mirror behind it usually. So instead of having the mirror, they had a big screen TV, and on the TV all night long, it was like a mountainous meadow with a chick pulling a horse by a rope, and she was just butt naked, just titties bouncing, and it was just on
a chick pulling a horse.
like with a rope.
Okay,
just-
okay.
Like walking with a horse.
No, she was like trotting.
In my
like,
head, it was just like reverse. You know what I mean? Like the horse was like
The wagon.
had her on the reins.
No,
Yeah.
she's
Okay.
like leading the horse around naked, and we were
Weird.
like, what the fuck? Yeah, just on repeat all night. And
like not like an animated thing, like
no,
live,
like
live
full
action?
on, like the most European
Okay.
shit you could
Okay.
think of.
It's like Twitch
What was
before
it
it
called?
was
The
Twitch.
Bulgarian Civic Center?
It was called the Bulgarian
Culture Center.
Culture Center, I think is what it was called.
What were they cultivating?
Culture, dude.
It was a
Of
badass
the-
bar.
of the Bulgarian
they had like it's hard to explain. It was like a shotgun style New York bar, and they had like furniture not like this, but kind of like this, to where it was built into the wall, but it was all curvy, and all of the upholstery was like red leather, like riveted into the furniture. It was bad. It was a badass bar. It was just like a very weird place. The only reason I think we got the gig is because of Los Carnales. They were like, "Oh, you guys are like an international band, so we'll have you play here." You know what I mean? Anyway, getting to the point of the
I know where
story.
this one's going.
Had to take a horrible shit. And they were like, yeah, the bathroom is back there. And the bar was amazing, but to get to the bathroom was crazy. You had to go downstairs into this restaurant. And you go up. Or no, it was in the building. It was in the building, but you had to go back through this like kind of weird storage area. And the women's, so there was a men's and a women's, and I think the women's bathroom was kind of a regular bathroom, but when you walked in the men's bathroom, it was like you had to go in and immediately turn, and there was like a sink and a urinal and then a wall, and there was like a couple steps, and there was this like half door, and it was like a little room, and you had to go up these steps and pull open this half door and go into a room where the ceiling was like right here, and that's the toilet, and you had to like sit down and then shut this little door, so you were like in this little like rectangle thing, right?
So it's literally like an indoor outhouse.
Kind of. And the funny thing was, the little door that you pull open to get in there had just been punched out through the middle. So there was like a huge gaping hole there. So it's like if you're in there sitting on the toilet, there's like a huge hole right here, and you would be like pissing in the urinal, and I'd be like, hey, through the hole. You know what I mean? So I got in there and I just took my hat and I just shoved it like into the hole, so I could actually like have some privacy. And yeah, it was a horrible experience. I
But
pooped.
memorable.
I pooped a pine cone that night.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Pooping pine cones are bad.
But
dude.
after that, it was all good. And thank God I did it in that weird ass place.
Yeah, I thought you were going for like complete European / Asian bathroom. I thought you were about to have to go to a bar where people have been pissing all over the hole in the ground. You got to figure out how to squat over it, right?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was just weird. It wasn't bad. It wasn't filthy or anything.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird one. It's
Did
a
they
pretty
have-
weird
did
one.
I've
they
been to
have bidets?
bathrooms. Yeah, I've been to bathrooms in Southeast Asia. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've been to Cambodia.
They have
Yeah.
bidets in
Laos.
this bathroom?
Bidets? Oh
Yeah.
hell no, they didn't have
Oh,
no
then
bidets.
that wasn't a very European bar, man.
No, no.
Do they put bidets in bars there?
In New York?
wow, dude.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I've never been to a bar
No,
in New York.
European.
He gave me an idea though.
What?
I've been wanting to put a bidet in the shop toilet, but I know dudes are just gonna piss all over the fucking controls.
Don't do that.
But if I lower the ceiling,
Yeah,
you
don't do
can't
that.
stand up in there to pee. You'll
There's
have
no
to sit
there's
down.
no reason to do that.
What do you mean there's no reason to do that?
Some
Well, wash my fucking asshole every time I shit. That's the reason.
but everyone else is gonna disrespect it.
But they won't if they have to sit down. They won't be able to.
Maybe you should make a side room. Or no, you know what you should do? Put a little wall around it with like a finger code, and only you can use it.
For that little, but I'd still have to touch that to get the finger code.
So
in there.
what? It's your shit.
I know, but somebody else was gonna pee on that box. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Are you talking like a lockbox on a thermostat?
Yeah, dude.
I mean anything. You know what I mean? Just make it to where it's like
Just make it all automated. There's
it's
no
like
control
this is
except on my
Waylon's
cell
bidet.
phone.
No one else can
Oh,
have
I'd
it.
be fucking with people all the time. Though I couldn't do that. Somebody would be actually stand up peeing, and I'd just hit the bidet button. They'd be peeing back at them, dude. While they're standing, I couldn't do it.
That happened to me in Korea.
You got peed on by a bidet?
Yeah, I couldn't figure. It was all like a
Electronic.
yeah. The
With the
toilet
buttons.
was all like had a million things on the side of it, a million buttons,
Yeah.
and they were all in Korean.
You're
And my
just
wife was like,
pressing away.
yeah, she was like, do you know how to work this? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, doo doo doo, and this thing came out. It was like, it looked like a little metal dick, and I was like, what is that? And it was like in my face, like right in my face. She has a picture of me standing like this. I had long hair at the time, and my hair was all wet. I'm like,
That was like in a toilet that random strangers have been using for a fucking
yeah,
decade.
yeah.
That's so gross.
We also had a
Korea.
hot tub in our room. We stayed in it was a Love Hotel in
Okay,
South
but wait.
Korea. Have you ever heard of that?
Can 2 American adults fit in that
I
hot
didn't know you
tub?
went to Korea.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering the size differences.
It's not. Well, I mean, maybe not big Americans. Me and my wife could fit in everything.
Okay, I could probably fit.
You could fit.
I'm pulling off a
No, you
hefty
could fit.
5'4",
Yeah,
but I
you
think
could
I
fit.
can get
You
in
could
there.
fit. You could fit. All of y'all could fit in everything.
Huh? At once,
Yeah.
huh? Good job, Koreans.
All of us. We could
Good
all
job.
fit in that hot tub at one time.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Where were you going with that? A hot tub? You got a hot tub?
No, in Korea.
Yeah.
Korean.
You do an Asian accent way better than I do. But I did discover, dude, I can't do Asian accent very good. But if I try to do Downs accent, it sounds Asian.
Do it.
For real, it does.
Do it.
Which kind of barbecue chip your favorite?
That does not sound like a Korean.
No, but it sounds like a dumb Asian. No?
I mean, kind of.
It was better than me trying to do
barely.
Asian.
I would never have thought that unless you
You like
said it.
Lay's? If you like Lay's, I can't hang out with you. There's so many better options.
That's you know what you're mimicking? You're mimicking probably
My
the
own voice?
Probably some of the Vietnamese gangsters you tattooed back in the day.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I know we tattooed some Vietnamese gangsters back in the day that were buck wild.
I mean, my experience with most of that is just from my hometown.
Well, that's because we were over on the Richmond Strip. I'm talking about hot stuff. Like we got a lot. They were crazy.
Yeah, ours were They were all from a town called Port Lavaca, and they all rode around with machine guns.
Yeah.
And they were fucking wild as fuck, dude.
They would talk to us about fighting cops,
yeah.
like it was normal.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yeah, y'all fight cops, right?" And we were like,
Nope.
"No." And they're like, "Really? Why not?"
Yeah. You should. It's way fun.
Wait, they're fighting cops here?
Yeah.
They fight cops anywhere.
This dude, we
Or
did I tell y'all this story
anywhere.
already? I feel like I might have told y'all this
Maybe. What story
about
is
the
it?
guy that got pulled over for speeding.
A
Nope.
lot of people.
No.
I've heard this story from numerous people, but I don't think I've heard a speeding story from you.
No, so this guy, he got pulled over. This was a client of he wasn't my client. He was this guy I worked with, his client, but he was like a straight up like Vietnamese gangster. Had like this was in the 90s. He had like one of those pimped out like 90s Mustangs.
Mm-hmm. Check out my squad body, boy. I'll pull up.
Yeah,
I'll pull up. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
What girl do you know?
and yeah, straight up. And he told us we hadn't seen him in a while, and we were like, "What's up? Where you been?" And he was like, "Oh, I went to jail."
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, "For what?" And he was like, "Speeding."
What?
And we were like, "You went to jail for speeding?"
Was he doing 180?
And he was like, "Yeah." And we were like, "What happened?" And he was like, "I was speeding.
Yes, here we go. Yes.
Cop pulled me over. Punch him in the face." And we were like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah." And we were like, "What happened then?" And he goes, "I run." And we were like, then what happened? He's like, they got me, I was like, wow. And he was
tried to
just
run
like,
fast, but they
he
just
was like,
kept
yeah,
coming.
And we were like, you punched him in
not
the
fast
face.
enough.
He was like, yeah, punch him in the face. We were like, awesome, sweet. That's what I mean. Like all the Vietnamese gangster guys that we used to tattoo over on that side of town, they would always talk about like fighting the cops like it was totally normal.
I
Dude.
do know a redneck dude from my hometown that did that. He got pulled over, got pulled out of his car to do a sobriety test, and he was just like, just how the cop was standing, I knew I could. And he just like clocked him real good once. And then 2 cops got to beat the shit out of him real good. When I'm going to jail, he was like, still worth it. It was still worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't imagine.
We met.
I don't think I got the balls to do that.
We met some guys when I was touring in Mexico City that were like that too. Some Mexican skinheads, and they were talking to us. They basically said the same thing. They were speaking Spanish, and our singer Felipe was translating. They were in the van with us. We were hanging out before a show, and they were basically asking us like, "Hey, do you guys fight in the United States like at shows?" We were like, "Yeah, we have fights at shows, but it's whatever." And they were like, "Yeah, do y'all fight the cops at the shows?" And we were like,
That's like their thing.
I was like,
Like their national pastime. They're just like,
Yeah.
wow, what do you
I
wanna
was
do?
I was
Saturday,
literally
let's go
about
fight
to
cops.
be like, no, and then our drummer Beans was like, yeah, we fight the cops. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah. And they got out of the van, and he was like, fuck it, man, let's just let them believe it. Like,
Yeah, dude.
and I
Fuck
was
it,
like,
run.
yeah, when in Rome, I guess. But yeah, they were straight up for real. They were
When you
like,
get on stage, there's like 2 cops in the back. You're like, fuck it, I guess we gotta fight them.
one of the dudes,
Yeah.
one of the dudes had like a scar like that. They had shaved heads, they were skinheads. He had a scar like that, and Felipe asked him in Spanish how he got his scar, and he said from fighting the cops to get into a Scatterlight show. I was like,
That's how they do it?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, he
that's
said
one way to get a ticket.
he
I guess.
basically told us that. I mean, I guess it was fucked up. He said that they went to the show. The Scatterlights were playing a show in Mexico City, and a bunch of Mexican skinheads from Mexico went to the show, and something happened to where like the guys at the door were told like not to let any of the punk rockers or skinheads into the show, so they just started fighting the people at the club, and then the cops showed up,
funny.
and then that's what happened. It was like some shit that would have happened here in
So
the
they tried to scalp him? What country was that in?
Mexico.
The cops there try to scalp you if you fight in
This
a
was
show?
well, they didn't try to scalp him.
They're fucking
They busted
Aztecs,
they
bro.
busted his head open. You know what I mean?
What? A
I
can
think- I
opener?
think a-
like,
I think
just
the-
the way you're doing it, I'm like, jeez.
I think
dude.
the concrete. Why his scar? I think his scar was from the surgery he had to have.
to replace his skull, maybe. You know what I mean?
Well-
Like they had to fix the whole fucking
Well,
thing.
we have another friend here.
Jesus
Do you know?
Christ, dude.
I don't want to say his name. We have another friend here in town that he had gotten in a horrible fight and had some damage to his skull, and they had to cut his head like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because like
I've always wanted to do that.
have you seen those
haircut.
videos? Like what they do is they cut your head right here, and they'll like peel your skin back.
Yeah, scalping.
So they can like crack your skull open and do whatever they have to do. It's like if
Right.
people have brain tumors and stuff, you know.
Oh.
They
Yeah,
do.
I've always wanted that haircut, dude. The one from like the mid 1900s to 1970s kung fu movie, where it's bald like from here straight over the top, and you got the ponytail that's 3 feet long in the back with the knife on the end, dude. I've always wanted to be that assassin,
So you
but
can sling it around.
oh, I can't pull it off, dude. I grew my hair out real long once, and my ponytail was this fucking thick, dude, like a pencil dick, and I was all,
Didn't that-
God damn it, my hair is that thin.
Didn't that wrestler fucking Kane have that same haircut?
I don't know.
For sure he did. He had it like shaved.
I
Yeah,
totally
just
thought
straight over the top, dude.
I totally
Yeah.
thought that you just said then that wrestler came.
No.
I was like, what?
That's a good haircut,
But
I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But yes.
Haircut's so good, you just bust a nut. You know what I mean?
Fucking
Yeah, I've
busted.
always wanted a haircut, and I've never done it. I should probably just do it. Just get extensions
man.
in the back, dude. Fuck it. Just
Do
rock it.
Do it.
Yeah, get a knife, start whirling it around, see how quick I can poke my eyes out. That'd be good content. Just me poking my own fucking eyes out.
For a little bit, you wouldn't see it.
You should do a mini version
Right.
with your pubic hair too.
My fucking dick's just got paper cuts off. I'll do that, dude. I'll send you a video.
I can't wait.
Golly. What else we got? Nothing? How far are we? Are we at 30 minutes?
33.
Nice, dude. I'm
Oh,
getting better
shit.
at that.
There you go.
I'm getting better at that.
33.
But yeah, do you
Yeah,
want
when-
to talk about the hospital?
No, I mean we can talk about whatever.
I
We
mean,
can do
just a carnival
First
trip.
half comedy, second half.
I thought we
serious?
already did talk about the hospital and how it's.
Yeah, but
How
I
is it all
sidetracked us
Filipino?
with just Filipino, and then we just went there.
We can talk about whatever y'all want. We can be funny. We can be serious. We can ask questions about whatever y'all want.
Funny and serious.
At the same time.
I can't pull that one off, dude. I don't want to do politics,
No, I don't want to do that either.
but mostly just because I haven't watched the internet in a few months now,
I don't want to do that either.
and I don't have anything to really talk about.
Only thing I'll say about the hospital is we have a guy that works at my shop that is in the hospital, and send him 11 prayers. That's about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think we need to talk about it right now. But we can talk about whatever y'all want.
Have you?
We've been funny the first 30 minutes. We can be serious. Y'all can ask Scott a bunch of crazy questions.
Ooh. And that would be a good wild card because I
Yeah.
don't know anything about you. This
Yeah.
could be fun.
I think you should ask him about his band. And
Which
y'all
one?
ask me all kinds of questions about masonry. Y'all should get a different opinion about it from him.
There we go. You got to hit that
And Golden
Why?
Dawn and
because
Magic.
I'm dumb to all of it.
Yeah,
You're
Magic,
better at it.
Magic, Golden Dawn, all that shit. Like,
You're better at
yeah,
it, dude.
because he'll tell you completely different shit than what I said.
Yeah, I can even ease it in, dude. Ready? Chaos magic, dude. I've
Oh,
tried.
dude, he was
I
into
like to nut
yeah,
on
dude.
spells and stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm like, years
Oh,
go by and I'm all, this shit don't work.
Fuck outta
Scott,
here.
Scott, I'll tell you this right now. Scott will get wilder than I will with questions like that.
All right, tight. So yeah, I've jerked off on pieces of paper that I'm fucking trying to do magic on, and I'm all, hey, I guess I don't have enough energy or whatever.
Didn't work.
Didn't work, dude. But
You
now that
weren't,
I'm thinking
you weren't
about
taking
it,
the pop star.
that's what I'm thinking. I started taking the Popstars, dude. They have you shooting ropes for no fucking reason. Maybe I got more energy now, and I should revisit
You started
that fucking
taking what?
Popstar, buddy.
dude.
What is that?
It's like a fucking pill that
Jizz
makes
pill.
you jizz harder.
That
So
ain't
my
gonna
wife,
help you.
my wife in conversation
Have
was
you
like,
heard of this?
no. My wife in conversation was
Popstars?
like saying,
Pop stars?
yeah,
Pop stars.
Pop stars.
it's called, yeah, the brand is Popstar.
I've never
There's
heard
a
of
bunch
this.
of different ones.
I've never heard of
You can
this.
get it on Amazon, dude. It's kind of funny. You should
What if
try
you
it.
mix brands?
You should try it.
I don't know. So my wife in casual conversation.
What
was
did it
like,
do to you?
Wait.
They shoot ropes.
My wife in casual conversation was like, they make these pills that make that taste better. That would be nice. And
Just eat
I translated
Eat
that.
pineapples.
Well, I translated
Yeah,
that
eat a bunch of
is
fruit.
to her saying, "Get those pills, and I'll put your jizz in my mouth." You know what I mean? That's what I heard. So I immediately get the pills and start taking them. And then I tell her, "Hey, I've been taking those pills," and she goes, "What pills?" And I'm like, "The ones that are supposed to make your cum taste better." And she goes, "I was talking about a pill that just makes everything tastes better, but it only lasts a couple minutes. What the fuck have you been taking? But the real side effect of these pills is they make your cum loads just like giant for no fucking reason. So I've just been shooting fucking ropes, dude.
All right.
Yeah. I don't even know how we got there.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking
Chaos
about.
magic.
Yeah,
Chaos
you
magic.
were
Yeah,
jizzing
alright.
on-
Yeah.
You were jizzing on a piece of paper. With
So
a
now
sigil on it.
I can soak the paper now, and then I can just burn it, let it fly away, and then the magic will work, right?
No.
No. Damn it.
I mean, it might. It might get lucky. First
I'm good with lucky.
first timer's luck.
Yeah.
First
And I
time
kind of
jizzer.
look at it, too, like I'm beating meat anyway. I might as well try to put it to use.
That's why it won't work.
God damn it.
God damn.
But
There's a lot of hopeful people. But
how will it work?
you got to use something else to charge it. And
Ooh, like a
so-
sacrifice?
Well, I wouldn't go there, but I mean, there's a reason why people have
Do that.
done that.
Right?
Well,
But yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go there, but
Neither would I.
Yeah. Where would you go?
Well, that's the idea. The orgasm is a sacrifice.
Yeah. Right?
sacrifice. That's not much of a
You
sacrifice.
see, that's
talking
why it
about?
won't work.
Y'all are thinking about it wrong. My idea is like there's a whole civilization wiped out.
It's the intention.
There's another whole civilization wiped out. How many of these millions of people do I have
What,
to
'cause
kill?
you're
Well,
just
it's the
wasting
intent.
people juice?
Yeah.
It's the intention at the moment.
What do you mean? The intention at the moment.
I mean,
more
essentially,
words for
you
me.
are right.
So there's
If
a
you're
few
just
different
black-
ways of doing it.
If you're just blasting people juice on a piece of paper, that is technically genocide.
That's what I'm saying. Right? There's a lot of potential there.
Yes.
You know what? You want to know how to make it work.
Yeah.
So you make your you know how to make a sigil.
Correct.
So how did you make it?
Post-it note.
Write out all the words. Yeah, write out all the words. Take out the multiples. Don't be too specific in details. Get rid of vowels.
Right.
Create the
An
fucking
image,
sigil.
right.
Circle it. Ready to go.
Circle it. Why are you circling it?
Just to encompass it. To like
Just to
capture
make it, because that's what the targets
it.
targets
Yeah,
are normally.
they look cooler in a
They
circle.
normally look like
Yeah.
that, you know.
Oh yeah. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to like sit in front of it and meditate on exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish, and you focus and stare at it right after you make it. It's like a pre-charge. And so you
See,
just
that's where you fucked up.
you just
Instead of
focus on
meditating,
it, just
masturbate.
relaxed, just chill. You're looking at it. You're letting it seep into the subconscious. You're letting yourself relax. You know specifically what the purpose and intent is for this thing, and then you just put it away. And so ideally, what you would do is you'd make a bunch of these, right, in a short span of time.
Bunch of
not
the
one
same,
day, but
the
like-
same ones,
No,
different ones.
just make a bunch of different ones, and then you go back to it, and after you've forgotten what it is.
That would take
then-
me 22 minutes.
And then do okay. Well, it might
That's
be,
a magic number.
You're
Dude.
hopeful.
Yeah.
22. No, but and then like so ideally, like a few weeks or a few days or whatever. Then you go back to it, and then you do whatever you're going to do to charge it.
Jizz on it.
Can, but I think it's a form of.
It's just the
charging.
easiest, funnest way.
Yeah, that's
Right?
why that's why it's popular. That's why a lot of people do it, but no one has any success. I mean, some people do.
I definitely haven't.
Yeah.
And
So
to be
you
real
wanna
honest
be
with you,
better?
that's the only way I've tried.
What do you what scares you?
Scares me?
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that would scare me about any of it,
No, not about that. What in general life would like scare the shit out of you to do?
like I don't like heights a lot.
Okay. So a good thing to do. You like airplanes or like helicopter ride or something like? Does that scare you? Does that make you nervous?
I'm sweaty as fuck right now. Dude, my palms just, yeah, that makes me
There's
real
people
nervous.
that charge their sigils skydiving for the first time.
Okay, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Yeah,
I've never
so
thought
they're
of
like,
it to use fear.
"Ooh," they're watching it, you're looking at it, they're letting it burn into their brain.
This is like
While
the
they're doing it,
adrenochrome shit.
It's putting you in fight or flight,
Fight or flight.
Not
yeah,
really, but-
so you're trying to like
and then you're
go
pumping
over
that
the
into
cusp.
that thing.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
trying to
okay.
put yourself into like an ecstatic state of some kind. It could be fearful, it could be happy.
That's what sex magic is.
Yeah, that's what sex magic is.
Yeah,
but
tight.
sex magic is like a very carefully performed thing. It's
I mean, that's the one I've been practicing with myself.
well,
You can do it by yourself.
it can work, but you have
I
to
need to
learn
light
how to
a
raise
candle
your
or what?
energy.
Gotta be
I
more
mean,
romantic.
there's a whole lot. There's
a
a
lot
whole
more
lot.
that goes
What
There's a
about
whole lot.
is there another way besides fear, or is fear just the
No,
best way?
fear's a good way to do it, but you don't have to do it that
That's
way.
that's
There's
the,
a lot
that's
of
the
ways.
reason why when they're
There's a lot of
sacrificing
ways.
kids and shit to get the adrenochrome, they
Right.
torture them because the fear
Spikes it.
spikes
That's-
it.
So
Yeah,
let me
that's
give
the-
you an
that's the evil.
example. Like one time I was just fucking around. I made me a sigil, and a really good way to do it is do a sigil for something that just really doesn't fucking matter. Something that's just like your emotions are out of. Like, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't give a shit. But it'd be cool, and it would prove to yourself that it was because you made the sigil, because it's out of the norm just enough, but you don't care.
So
one
like
time,
it could be like I could get a thicker ponytail.
yes,
Nice,
something like that.
Dude, nice.
But so
Trying
this
that
is what
tonight.
I did. I made a sigil
Yeah,
that
you
someone
could.
was going to give me some
Just to
Garbage Pail
experiment.
Kids.
Somebody's gonna give you what?
Some original Garbage Pail Kids from the 80s.
That's pretty specific.
It's specific, but I don't give a shit. I mean, I think it's cool. When I was a kid, I loved Garbage Pail Kids, you know. But I was like, man, it'd be weird if someone just outed me. I would know that it was because of the sigil, because I hadn't seen any fucking Garbage Pail Kids, not original ones, in I don't know how fucking long, decades. So I made one. I sat in front of it, visualized being given Garbage Pail Kids, and meditated on it for about 10 minutes. I put it in an envelope and put it on my shelf and hid it away from me. Completely forgot about it. I forgot to even charge it. I was just lazy. I didn't even charge it. I just did that pre-charge sort of thing. 2 months later, someone at my job brings a bunch of Garbage Pail Kids to work. And he's like, I was like, holy shit. You know, he was like, hey, it's badass, huh? He had all these extras in there. He was like, later on, he was like, hey, come here. And he gave me like 5 or 6 fucking Garbage Pail Kids.
Dude, that's tight.
It's pretty fucking cool, but it's not important. It's like, oh, cool, whoop-de-doo, you made Garbage Pail Kids happen.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's
but that's where you start.
Yeah.
And then you roll it into something a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, walk
a little
before
bit
you
more
sprint.
interesting. Yeah. And so you're building up your magical ability by being able to prove to yourself that your subconscious mind has power.
And it does. I just can't get it.
we're all doing
I just
magic.
can't get it to work real
No,
good
we're
when I
all
jerk off.
fucking doing magic. We're already doing it. Your
Yeah, all the time.
unconscious mind is already doing shit.
That's because
But-
you're trying too hard.
Yeah, you can't have your emotions involved like too much. I mean, you can be emotional to some extent, but that's
So if
what
I
I mean.
stop
What is
crying
sex
while
meant? What is sex? Well, actually, if you could get something, if you made it a sigil and you made yourself like start bawling like
That's
crazy
better.
by bringing up some sort of like
Yeah, that's
painful
even
memory,
better.
that's a very powerful way to charge a sigil.
Huh.
Yep. The more emotion,
Huh.
the better. If you can cry, cry.
Huh.
Yeah, crying is powerful.
I want to see
Just
a
like
video
a-
of me crying while I'm beating off
just
later.
just
Yeah.
like a lap dance.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another way to charge it. Go to a strip club, get a lap dance.
What if the
someone you
what if
think's
the
really,
stripper
really
is
hot.
crying?
Yeah, you could try that. Make her cry, convince her
I
to
mean,
cry.
all kinds of ideas are probably in my
You
head
can
right
have,
now.
but no, it's a good point actually. You can actually get other people to charge something unbeknownst to them by bringing the sigil with you into a circumstance where everybody's going to have a heightened state. It could be a fucking
What?
show. It could be like a badass fucking band that hasn't ever
Y'all,
fucking toured.
y'all
in
are
front of
all
fucking
wearing
ever.
fanny packs next time we go to that tree place, dude. I'm gonna pack that shit full of spells on everybody.
Tree place.
Yep.
The
The
tree
tree
house
ventures
place.
place up in the woodlands. Obstacle courses in the trees. It's so fun, dude. You should go try it.
You might not want to jerk off there though. You might,
It's
I
the
mean-
weakest way. I mean, some people will disagree with me.
but what if he jerks
it's the
off?
weakest way to fucking
But what if
charge
he
a
jerks
sigil.
off at height where he's scared
Yeah, fuck yeah.
While I'm crying.
while he's crying because
There's
he's
all
scared?
kinds of crazy shit you can do.
Oh, shit.
There's all kinds of crazy shit you can do. Me and Ryan know somebody, I'm not going to mention their names, that lives in a.
I know what you're about to say. I
Should
was
I-
about
should
to
I go ahead and
yeah,
bring it up?
I was about to say it already. Go ahead. Yeah, I was about to say this. Yeah, I'm
This,
glad. Yeah.
this important person in our life. They live out in the desert.
Like
And,
by
Area
Yes,
51.
okay. Yeah.
They live out in the desert somewhere.
the gate.
The gates.
And,
Y'all gonna love this. Y'all
They
gonna
had,
love
there's a
this.
specific cave they said that like they freaking love to go to. It's really badass on this ledge of a mountain, and it's like pretty relatively high up, you know. And they were like, they're into magic and shit. They're like, yeah, if you do an LBRP and masturbate, UFOs will appear.
That's the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram.
Yeah, it's a real basic standard
Sounds like it.
banishing protocol that a lot of magicians know about that are really into that shit. And we were like, what the fuck? She was like, well, I mean, you don't have to masturbate, but
It's more
she's
fun.
just bringing up
Yeah,
the
she told us
energy.
straight up. She was like, "You go on this mountain, you do
Beat off on the mountain.
you do this ritual, you masturbate, and the aliens will appear in front of you.
Yeah, and
she was like,
react, and like they'll
well, look,
react with.
and she told us, she said, I've taken people out there a bunch, and it happens every time. And we were like, what? And then that's when she was like, well, I don't think you have to masturbate, but you can if you want. But
She's like,
yeah,
it's just something I like to do.
but regardless, they're getting results even just doing this ritual, and fucking aliens are showing up. So
Did y'all do it?
I haven't been there.
I haven't been there yet. Yeah, I'd like to go.
Oh, y'all
Sounds like a shop trip.
really had us on this story, and then
Yeah, I
you
haven't
find
been
out
there.
you didn't even do it.
I was
I
trying to
haven't
fucking
been
figure
Oh
out
well,
which one
this
you beat me.
it's from a very reputable source
Yeah.
for us. You know,
It's still a fun story.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh
It's
yeah.
still a fun story.
Yeah.
And earlier when you were like, is there anything that scares you? My mind went to like just the actual practice of it. Because I'm like,
well,
yeah,
that's why it works
you
for the
scared-
first time
you're
for a
scared
lot
of
of
magic?
people. They're freaked out
No,
by what they're
no.
doing. And
I'm
that
scared
charges
the universe
intent.
doesn't understand the words I'm trying to convey. And if you're like, hey, I want to lose 40 pounds,
And
and
you'll
then they
fuck
just
it
take
up.
you an arm, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily know the detail of how you want to do it.
That's why you have to be specific
You have to
with
be
your
specific
intention.
with your
Right.
intent. Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
there's
that's the
people
only
who,
thing
like
that scares me with
dabblers,
any of it.
people who dabble with stuff and
Right.
they like do something for money, and it depends on the ritual that they're doing or whatever it is they're getting involved in. And like they do it, they want to get windfalls of cash, and like a relative dies and they get an inheritance.
Right, yeah.
You don't want that to
Yeah.
happen.
We had
Or,
the-
yeah, you get hit by a UPS truck and you don't have legs anymore.
We had the
Or
same.
Yeah.
you fucking get a settlement or something.
We had
Yeah.
the same
That's
tutor
what
when
Tracy
we joined
Morgan
the
was
Golden
doing.
Dawn, and he told us. He said, when you guys do rituals for specific things, be very specific about what you say. And he always taught
And
us.
include no harm comes to me
Yeah.
or my loved ones.
Yeah, he always taught us, like, say what you want to say, like, say, you know, I need this and this and this and whatever, but then always say, I'm asking for this in the most gentle way, with no harm to myself or anyone around me, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Like, make sure your intention also protects you and everyone around you, because you don't want to, like, you know, blow a fuse.
Right, and y'all are on like way higher levels than what I'm even imagining.
But a lot
I'm
of people-
imagining what we're talking about now. Now my sigil is this big, and it's got so many goddamn lines through it. I'm like, fuck, I might have put too many words on this one. There's way too many letters. I'm gonna have the alphabet 19 times. You know what I mean?
Most of the time, nothing real like negative is gonna happen like that.
No.
But it
It just takes
you hear
that
the
one time.
stories. You know,
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I don't have any ears anymore. I look weird.
I mean, most of the fucked up things happen to fucked up people.
Fucked up people.
Yeah.
And also
People that are imbalanced,
people that are
trying to do
imbalanced,
things that they shouldn't be.
people
trying to
doing
do.
stuff they shouldn't
Just
like be
describing me,
doing.
dude.
Like, of course, I'll
describing
mention
me.
like Goetia, and anybody that listens to this is like that's done a bunch of Goetia will roll their eyes, and it's true. You can do a bunch of Goetia, nothing bad.
Wait a second. You're not saying Croatia.
Goetia is
Goetia.
demonic
Yeah.
evocation.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So there's like these sigils that belong
Goetia.
to Goetia, yeah, Geotia.
That's not. If you just said that word, didn't explain it, that is not what I would assume it meant.
Me
You know what's funny? A bunch of people.
Wait,
It's
That's why I
like
had to stop.
it's
and
like
think, wait a minute.
it's like a hip thing to get tattooed on you right now.
That
I mean,
word.
that kind of stuff always is.
And these kids have no idea what they're
that,
getting.
The
Dude,
word.
always is.
No, they're getting goetic sigils
Oh.
tattooed all over themselves, and they think it's cool. And it's like, cool. You know what you just did? You just attached yourself to a demon for life. Straight up.
I mean, kind of cool,
Not really.
but not if you don't know.
Yeah, it's not the best thing to do.
No, that's not cool at all.
But
You
a
don't
lot of
like
people
just
getting
like
these.
inviting schizophrenia into your life.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they
Kind of cool,
they think it's a joke.
especially if you just live in the suburbs and you're bored. I mean, that could really spice it up. Just saying.
I mean, it's gonna make the doctors get
Yeah.
rich.
But I keep cutting you off. My bad, dude.
No.
What, Goetia?
Yeah, Goetia. That's
Not to be
it's
confused
called
with
the lesser,
Propecia.
the
Propecia.
legometon. Is it called the legometon?
Lemegaton.
Lemegaton. Sorry, the lesser key.
Is
of
that like the
Solomon.
fucking King Lego figure? What is
That's where they got it
Legometon?
from.
You know King Solomon?
I don't know him, but
Yeah,
I know of the
temple.
man who which you speak.
He's a pimp.
Oh yeah.
King
All right.
Solomon. Yeah. So the folklore is that King Solomon controlled all these demons to build the temple, the temple of Solomon.
Have y'all heard of
Dang.
that? Y'all know that's real,
No,
right?
dude.
Yeah. It
This
has
is
to,
tight.
yes,
But
and
this is what I'm talking about.
this has to do with like the
And
Temple
those
Mount.
Can
those
you
demons-
demon
those
tat
demons
an
are in the
army of
Goetia.
fucking
This
youths
has to
build
do
you
with
some
like the
shit?
Temple Mount in Israel and all of this
And
stuff
like
that's
the-
going
yeah,
on.
and the whole
What?
seventh temple.
Yeah,
and all this.
it's all real,
Oh,
dude.
God, we're gonna
That
have to
shit's
have a
all
whole
real.
nother pod
re-
just
That
on
shit's all
this.
real.
They're trying to rebuild.
That shit's all real. And it's
Solomon's
Masonic
temple.
as hell, and it's biblical, and it's King Solomon,
yeah.
and it's all
I'm like a 7-year-old right now. I'm so giddy. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's all real.
All right. We got the Legomatron.
Legomaton.
Megatron.
Megatron.
He turns into a gun.
Yeah, what was the
Something about Megatron.
I
Yeah.
don't remember what I was gonna say.
We're talking about not Propecia, but
Who was your favorite
Goetia.
transformer?
Goetia
Bumblebee.
and-
right?
Really?
Oh, there's a bunch of different things you can do with the Goetia, though, and so like a lot of people who have
like
zero
Zoe.
experience, mostly teenagers in high school that start like dabbling with magic, they start going straight to that kind of shit.
Yeah, and
they
then the
get-
next thing you know,
'Cause
them
they
and
wanna
their friend
be-
are sacrificing a girl, and
Yeah.
then they're in jail.
They want to be edgy.
Or they're just fucking
Well,
weirdos.
that's
but
probably the most
weirdos.
commonly covered subject matter in regards to like summoning or
Well, that's
magic
where everybody's
as well,
mind
too,
immediately
right?
goes,
Like that's where like
right?
the horror movies go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what people
yeah.
think of when they think
That's
of
what
the
you
occult.
think of when you
yeah,
think-
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
I mean-
occult's much more broader than that.
Yeah, they're like, I want to summon a demon and make
Yeah.
some shit happen.
No, but that's part of it though. So part of Goetia is like evocation. Evocation is making something like or evocation to like physical manifestation or appearance. So they'll like do these rituals to get these goetic demons to appear in their room, and a lot of people are successful with it.
All right.
And then
I'm gonna stay away from that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
that's
happen.
Anything else in my room?
It'll happen. Yeah.
yeah. So
Don't
there's
fucking-
there's
don't
this,
do it.
There's this author that me and Ryan are
Don't do it unless you know what you're doing.
partial to. His name is Dr. Joseph Leshevsky.
I mean, don't do it. Really.
Is there any
No,
way to
don't do it.
Is
No,
there any
no.
way to do it like safely?
If you've been doing magic,
Yeah.
for a
If
long
you're
time,
if you're a seasoned adept,
yeah,
yeah, you can do it.
'cause then you
But
have,
that's what I mean.
I'm-
Most people don't understand what the purpose of
I'm
it
a
even
recovering addict for sure.
is. No, adept. Adept. Yeah.
there's just much better ways of going about trying to accomplish whatever it is. Generally speaking, you're trying to accomplish,
Yeah.
usually under normal circumstances, than fucking going that route.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, most people don't understand what it is, so it should just be left alone. Really.
Yeah, there are positive uses of it, but it's not going to be obvious to the
Describe
average.
one.
You want me to blow your mind? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what we're taught in our particular school about it. So, I'll give you the shortest version I can. There's a system you go through. You have to get to a certain level to do this. It takes, I'll go out on a limb and say probably 20 years, realistically. 15 to 20 years of spiritual, like hardcore spiritual work to do this. But it's not what people think. And you have to attain certain things before you do it, or it could completely destroy your psyche. It can make you go insane because you will be possessed by a demon. But what you're really doing for the good when you do it as an adept, and trust me, there's only very, very few people in the population of the planet that should even be attempting this. But what you're doing is, so invocation is like calling angelic forces, elemental forces towards you, right? That's what that is. Evocation is calling something from within out. All the demons are inside of us. So what you're doing, you have to know about the Kabbalah to understand this, but what you're doing is all of these demons are associated to the Kabbalah, and they think that the theory of the Kabbalah is that these demonic forces are just the fractured shells of the Sephiroth, which are the spheres of the tree of life. So they're just broken aspects of the human psyche, essentially. Yeah, the tree. It's the tree of life. It's like the reverse tree of life.
Inverted. It's inverted. Yeah.
It's the demonic tree of life.
It's the upside
And
down.
basically what they are is they're negative aspects of the spheres.
just like a reflection of it. But
Yeah.
Negative.
And so what you do with true demonic evocation is you've gotten to the point to where you've attained the knowledge and conversation of your holy guardian angel and attained the power of the sun to be able to do this. But what you do is you evoke these demons into a mirror, then they're for a certain force, and you tell them basically, I'm not gonna let you. You basically
or a triangle.
you basically trap them in the it's always in a triangle outside of the circle in a black mirror, and you trap them in there, and once they're in there, you tell them, hey, I understand your purpose. I understand what you are, because they're like basically what they are. It's like the force of a wild animal. So it's like, I understand what you are. I understand your purpose. You're not necessarily bad. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to take your power and we're going to make you submit, and you don't work for me, you work for him. And you make it submit to the higher power and you transform it. So what you're doing is you're basically taking these demonic forces that are within yourself and you're transforming them so that they will still serve the same purpose that they've always served, but they will only come into action for the highest good, essentially. And that's what's so ridiculous about all these kids that think, like, oh, I'm going to evoke a demon. And it's like, you don't even know what that means. Like, you are literally retarded to the fact of what that actually means.
Well, a lot of times they're just wanting to prove the supernatural to themselves.
Yeah, and really,
so it's just like I'm ready and willing to go out on a limb and like go to the furthest reaches of what I'm able to discover and see if I can make this work.
Yeah, because that's fun shit to do when you're a kid. So
yeah,
exactly. Find the limits.
Well, and really what it is it's like you're healing a deep, 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 dark aspect of yourself. So if you fuck up while you're doing it, it's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're tapping into your subconscious, essentially, when you're doing this shit.
Do you think this stuff changes your DNA?
Yeah.
So
it's alchemy.
So breeding
100%, it's inner alchemy.
So breeding post these practices potentially could make children that are already like born with a special gift,
there's stuff
right?
about
Yeah.
that. in
That's
the occult.
fucking wild,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
That sounds
Fuck
like a
yeah.
real good movie. You know what I mean?
The magical child.
If you have two fucking human beings that are like, have been doing spiritual work for years and years, and they have a baby, yeah, that's going to be a magical baby.
Rastafarian?
Yeah.
For
Maybe,
sure, right?
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
you said something about a black mirror. Is that what this
That's
is?
what I was going to go, dude.
Yeah, you can use a cell
The
phone.
magic of the
Use
cell
that,
phone.
Yeah, you can use a cell phone.
No, they're making us do it without even thinking
Yeah.
about it every fucking day.
No, I mean, you can literally use the cell phone when it's turned off, like this, as a black scrying mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Anybody can
like
do
right
it.
now.
And you'll start seeing
Like, you can
stuff.
see your reflection in there. And what? Look,
Is this why you can see reflections behind the towels?
behind the what?
Are all mirrors portals, or is it just black ones?
I think all of them are, to an extent.
You know what I'm talking about with the towels? You know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about with the towel? I can set a camera up over here to catch the sidest of the mirror, right? And you can hold a towel in front of most of it and go hide behind it, and I can see everything. But the mirror can't see what's on the other side of that fucking towel. How does that work? Is that the same thing?
What?
I don't even-
I
Okay.
know. I know what you're. It's hard to explain though.
Say
You
that
have- you
again?
have to, like,
Okay,
watch
look,
it.
check it out.
Yeah.
My hand is the mirror, right?
Okay.
There's a camera from this angle catching the side of the mirror.
Okay.
You can
Like
stand here with something blind. Like,
Yeah.
hold a towel up, and your face can be pressed against it. But this camera will catch the reflection on the other side
Yeah.
that the mirror cannot see of you. And it
Huh.
will see you on that other side.
hmm
I guess I haven't seen that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I kind
works
of,
100%
I
of
kind
the
of know
time.
what you're talking about, but I haven't seen that for real.
It's like, we can try it on the mirrors when we take a break in a second.
Yeah.
It's like totally, but yeah, are all mirrors fucking portals in a way?
Yes.
I mean, I kind of think so.
Well, mirror
yeah.
magic is like a
It's a
real
reflection.
traditional
And
fucking
You're
But-
getting to
thing.
see the reflection of the
I mean, it's
of
in
physical
fairy tales and
reality.
shit.
But there's part of it. I've always heard that
It's just like looking through a video
that like
camera
the old
or
the
night
old
vision
mirrors,
goggles.
The old mirrors are more effective though, from what I've heard. I don't know why.
So they got more spirit or some shit?
Well, and there's
No,
ways.
some-
There's a
something
ton
that-
of ways.
Something with like how they're manufactured.
There's a
and
ton of
shit,
ways
like-
to make magic mirrors.
Yeah.
like magic mirrors? What are we talking about now?
Yeah, obsidian is used quite a bit.
You can use like, what is it? What's the? It's kind of like a new age thing. The organite stuff. I think it's real. You know, like they make the organite. It's like metals and stuff, and they'll
But
make
they're
it.
like magnetic?
Yeah, and
There's
they'll
some
and you know you put it around electronics and it keeps the bad vibes away. Well, anyway, back in the day, they would take like black paint and they would put like chips and shavings of lead in it and stuff like that. There's a what's his name, Franz Barden.
No, you're talking about Wilhelm Reich.
Wilhelm Reich did
Orgon.
that. Yeah, but
Or-
Franz
he discovered Oregon.
Franz Barden did
Oregon.
it too. He had a technique to make a curved mirror And you can make it out of anything because what you do is you paint it. It doesn't have to be glass, but I think you'd paint it to the point that it's reflective, and you put like pieces of metal in it, and you charge it and make
I didn't know that Franz. I don't know much about
Yeah.
Franz Barton. I never read his stuff.
He was one of the old Hermetic magicians, but he made
He had his own system though. It was
yeah,
kind of
it was a completely different system. But yeah, he made a technique to make a magic
How
mirror
the fuck do you come up with your own system of magic?
by doing a whole bunch
By
of
doing
magic.
a whole
Yeah.
bunch of fucking
Become a
magic,
wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, become a Gandalf type dude.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
he was probably. I mean, I don't know much about him. For some reason, I never delved down the Franz Barton rabbit hole. But was he ever a member of an order or anything? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
I mean, he got his information from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know enough about him. I
like,
know he was like a herbalist and
Was Crowley making his own thing, or was he
Well,
kind of plagiarizing from other shit?
Thelema is what
Yeah.
he came up with, but it's kind of like a
that's a long story.
yeah. But I would say
That's a whole
lot of
nother
people would
podcast.
agree. A lot of people would agree
Sometimes
that
they're like
Thelema is basically like a rehash or a revised version of the Golden Dawn in some ways. I know a lot of people.
He was
would
in
be
the
like,
Golden Dawn.
"No," but he was
he
in
got
the Golden
kicked out.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he kind of reinterpreted some of the Golden Dawn stuff in the light of his religion that he created.
So he was doing it he was changing it just enough so it wasn't trademarked.
Well,
so to
he
I think he
divulged
wanted
the
to create
secrets
his
of the
own
Golden
thing.
Dawn.
I don't think that was the reason he was doing it.
I mean, there's some interesting stuff about Crowley for sure.
So did he evoke gray aliens?
Yeah, Lamb was the name of this alien that he.
It looks
That's
like a
where
gray
we're
alien.
headed. That's
Look,
where we're headed.
if you go look right there, the first thing that you see when you come in the door is my rendition of that alien he saw, and it has his name written on it in Hebrew.
I saw a mustache when I
It
walked
looks
in.
like an alien. They didn't call it an alien, but I mean, look at it. You know?
Yeah.
So
We're
Well-
at that pause. We're
Oh.
at that pause, mostly because I got food.